My name is Orhan. Today, people know me as a hardworking and honest man. But in my own eyes, I am a liar. A man who once told a lie to protect the honor of an innocent heart. A lie that changed my life forever. 15 years ago, I was 25 years old. My world was not this concrete jungle you see today. My world was a small black furnace, a heavy hammer, and the red glow of burning iron. I was the village blacksmith. My father had been a blacksmith before me, and after his death, I continued his work. For me, it was not just a profession, it was worship. It was how I earned halal sustenance. My father used to say, "Son, the fire that melts iron is nothing compared to the fire that burns in the stomach from unlawful earnings." Those words were carved into my heart. The girl behind the broken door. In a damp, old house near the center of the village lived Fatima. Fatima had lost her mother in childhood. After her father remarried, he too passed away, leaving her under the mercy of her stepmother Asmat, a cruel, greedy woman. Fatima worked like a servant in her own house. She cleaned, cooked, washed clothes, and embroidered pillow covers that Asmat sold in the city, keeping all the money for herself. Despite everything, Fatima never complained. She prayed 5 times a day and carried patience in her eyes like a silent river. One stormy evening, their wooden door broke off its hinges. The house was left exposed. Fatima begged Asmat to fix it, but she refused. So Fatima secretly used the few coins she had saved from embroidery work and sent for me. When I arrived, I saw her properly for the first time. She stood with her gaze lowered, wrapped in an old shawl. There was dignity in her silence. She tried to hand me the few coins she had, barely enough. The repair should have cost much more. I took only a small amount and said, "Consider this the protection of someone's honor. I will take my reward from Allah." That day I left, but my heart stayed behind that repaired door. After that, something changed. We never spoke. We never met properly. But our eyes spoke what words could not. When I passed her street, she would lower her gaze. Sometimes she would glance from behind a curtain. That was enough to remove my exhaustion for the entire day. Our love was silent, pure, dignified. I began working harder. I wanted to earn enough to ask for her hand respectfully. I wanted to take her away from cruelty and give her peace. But evil had noticed. Asmat grew suspicious. She saw the way Fatima looked at me from the window. One day she beat her brutally and accused her of having an affair with me. To protect her plan of marrying Fatima off to a wealthy old man for money, Asmat spread a filthy rumor across the village, accusing us of immoral behavior. Within hours, the village turned against me. Men who once greeted me looked away. Some mocked me. My heart burned, not for myself but for Fatima. The village head, Chaudhry Akram, called for a public council. Fatima was brought wrapped in a black shawl. She stood trembling while people whispered about her character. I confessed that I loved her and wanted to marry her honorably, but that confession only worsened things. People began pointing fingers at her. I watched her dignity being publicly questioned, and then I made the hardest decision of my life. To save her from disgrace, I lied. I claimed Asmat owed me money and had fabricated the accusations to avoid repayment. I denied having any relationship with Fatima. My words fell like a bomb. The council dismissed the case due to lack of proof. They ordered me never to pass through her street again. The public humiliation stopped. But something else ended that day. I did not look at Fatima as I spoke those words, but I felt her heart break. I sacrificed our love to protect her name. After that day, I never saw her again. Months later, I heard she had been married off to an older, wealthy man in another town. I don't know whether she was happy. I don't know whether she ever forgave me. I buried myself in work. Years passed. People still call me honest, but I know the truth. I once lied, and that lie saved her honor, but shattered my own heart. Sometimes love is not about holding someone's hand. Sometimes it is about letting go, so they can walk through life without shame. If loving someone means protecting their dignity at the cost of your happiness, then perhaps that is the purest form of love. And that was my story. My name is Orhan, And this was the lie that defined my life.